Boy, No Envy Beats, Verde Drags, back with another video, and today's something different, but not too different. I want to go over Koala Sampler review for Android. Now, I'm an iOS diehard user. I have an iPad, have an iPhone, and I've been using iOS forever. But I was looking for a new phone, and I wanted to try something new, and I got the Fold 4Z. This phone's fire, but I'm using the microphone from the phone and Bluetooth headphones. So the audio quality may be good, may not be, but we'll see what happens. It's all a test. Anyway, so this app acts and functions pretty much the same as it does on iOS. Only major glitch I have right now is when I put the volume up and down, the volume rocker for some reason isn't working. It used to work, but since the last update it hasn't, so hopefully that gets patched, or that's just a glitch. But it works pretty much the same. Here's a beat that I made in here. Now this doesn't go for all Android phones, but the big screen with the fold is great for editing on this screen. So let me see here. So like I said, everything's pretty much the same, but one thing you would like to know is your files. So when you import samples, it's going to go to the screen, add location through your files on Android. Just like on iOS, me personally, in the music folder on the Fold, I made a music production folder. Let me see here, all my samples. You can just save that photo use folder. Say now, go to music production, all these samples, you know. Here's some drums, 808s, hi-hats, you know, you get the point. So the setup's the same. So what I'm gonna do, just for the hell of it, is make a beat from scratch. I guess it's not really a review for Android, but it is at the same time because it's on Android, so you'll see how it functions. So, another thing I was gonna say is the only thing that really sucks about Android with music production is it doesn't really have the accessibility and the apps that iOS has. And that holds you back. So like something like Koala Sampler is actually perfect for Android if you're a sample head or if you want to use samples, because you're not going to be able to, unless you use like Cubasis, which Cubasis doesn't have any. There's no audio units. It's basically what I'm getting to. There's no, even the synthesizers that they do have in the Android Play, the Play Store, the Google Play Store, you can't really. There's not even a sequencer a lot of the times, or it's just not the same. It's not a full DAW experience. So if you want the full DAW experience on Android, I guess Cubase is the way to go, but you're going to have to be good or get familiar with, or just stick it out with the sounds it comes with, which for hip hop, hit or miss for a lot of areas. But let's get to making a beat, because that's what y'all want to see anyway, and I won't lose anybody's attention here. We'll keep this simple as usual. This is from Somatic Zodiac expansion, so this isn't new or not, but I'm trying to pick a random sample. Now, tip here for Koala, and this is in general, and a traditional DAW is a little easier with management, especially if you're on a desktop environment, but whenever you're using samples, you gotta know the key. So this is the sample we're using right here. This one says Unity, 88 BPM, B minor. So first thing you want to do, come over here. Where's that? Tools, label the sample so you know where it originally started, so you know what you have to manipulate and where you started from. So this is B minor. This way, if I want to add, say I want to sample something else, or I want to make a melody or chord progression on my my iOS platform or my desktop, and I want to make my own samples and import them in, I know what scale, or key I should say, which key to have them assigned to, or written in, or however you want to go about it. So sampling on Koala is very, very simple and it's fun. What I personally do, I mean, with this, there's a few things you could do. Okay, first thing you could do, the original BPM is 80, so let's see what it sounds like at 140. Okay, how you do that is hit stretch. 16 bars is what I defaulted to based off of, I guess, the original BPM, whatever, but look. So it's sped up. You can lower the bars, which will make it actually faster. If it started off, if it was a shorter sample, let's say it pitched it at like 4 bars or 8 bars, going up would make it slower. But this is a long chord progression sample, or whatever how you want it, a melody chord progression. It's a long sample, so 16 bars is where it defaulted at for it to sound its best. So you really don't want to make this any slower in regards to the stretching. I could lower the pitch or increase the pitch. If you want to go down an octave, 12, up octave, up 12. Another tip that I saw, I can't remember what YouTube channel it was, probably was Busy Beats or one of these big YouTubers, but if you just pitch it up 1 or down 1, sometimes that's all it really needs. It sounds a lot better just by doing that. Just remember, if you want to pitch it anything besides an octave up or octave down, you are changing the key. So look at your piano, look at your scales, and for instance, in this case, the B minor scale, the next note up would be 1 semitone up. The next note down from B minor in the scale would be 1 semitone down. If that doesn't make sense, or I didn't explain that because I didn't really go into full detail, I'm actually thinking about making a video about that with a chart and everything, so don't worry about that. But what I'm going to do now is kind of just go about this the way I would. So I'm going to stop talking for a little bit, and I'm just going to make a beat. I can't really mute myself, so you hear me breathing or making noises, or you hear my jewelry hitting the desk, I'm sorry. But the music will soon overpower that anyway. So let's see what we got here. One thing I do, how I start sometimes, is putting it at 2 bars and then playing it, because it'll just loop. So, see what I'm saying? So you see 2 bars isn't, it's too short if I wanted to just loop it from the beginning. So as you can see, there's a problem already. Even at 4 bars, the sample wasn't being chopped evenly. So the next thing we could do here, hit stretch, and now it will. So watch, because now it's in time. To make that sound a little more clean, put a choke group on this way. Every time it hits that note again, it's going to chop it. Or I should say, it's going to just cut it off. So watch. And what I notice sometimes when you sample that way, I wouldn't call it a break, because a break is drums, but when you add the drums to it, that odd pause where it just chokes and it starts to loop over, it doesn't sound too good always, or it sounds a little wrong. When you add drums, sometimes it fixes that, and I'll show you what I mean. So we'll add a clap. Actually, we'll just add a snare. We'll just do that one. Add a hi-hat. And we'll add a kick that way. you're not using headphones, you hopefully can hear this. Okay, so sounds horrible. So let's manipulate this sample a little more here. It starts at 88, so I'm thinking maybe let's go to 95. And it's not that slow BPM. Let's see what it sounds like at 8 bars. Still sounds horrible. I guess because it's such a long. So what I think will be smarter to do is actually chop the sample first so that it's shorter. So actually, let's see what it sounds like. Maybe right here. Now, let's chop this. Boom. Sometimes the repitch, time stretch preset's better than the modern. This is the modern. Kept it kind of the same. And repitch kind of repitches it while stretching it to make it sound a little more, I guess, natural. I really don't know. It just sounds better sometimes. But now I believe with that it's kind of equal 4 bars. Let's see what it sounds like with the drum pattern. Now, another thing is, since this is at 95 BPM, that drum pattern I actually start off with is kind of not even working. So let me show you something here. We're going to go to 2 bars again. At the slow BPMs, it's kind of like this. The snare is kind of on every other bar. Let's see here. No repeat on it. Yeah, we'll do the 16th note. Now, another tip, so we can bounce this, let it play so it's even, so the first two bars is always going to play. You say it's going to stop because we have two bars. So what you can do is actually chop this down to right there. Drag this over here. Now on this one, maybe this part. Now we can start getting freaky with this shit. Alright, so see, actually, I like this, like the opposite. So we're going to actually put these here, move that. I guess I'm keeping this simple, create some sparks of creativity. So next thing you can do here, let me see. Yep. So we're going to put this here, time stretch this for 4 bars. All right, I'm thinking maybe with this, we can get the 4-bar loop. And then this hi-hat, this time we'll just do eighths. Alright, now, like I said, it's just a quick beat real quick. I didn't do an intro, I didn't do a bridge, I didn't do transitions, but you know, just to give you an idea of what it kind of would sound like, we'll just make 2 of each, and we'll do it like this. The original sample. said, keep it simple, fam. Straight up, like, this is one sample. This is literally the whole sample. I chopped it. Obviously, it was more to the sample, but took the first 4 bars, time stretched it to a different BPM. I didn't even change the pitch. If I changed the pitch, it could even go crazier. Anyway, I hope y'all learned stuff. Comment anything I may have messed up on or something you want me to further elaborate. I got some more videos coming as well. So, stay tuned. Said it's been a crazy year for me. I know I'm new to this YouTube stuff, so I'm definitely want to get more consistent and more on top of everything. If you watched the whole video, I definitely appreciate it. Much love. Let me know if you want me to make these videos shorter or chop them up more. I kind of try to make it without edits so that you can see everything I'm doing. If I make a mistake, if I say something stupid, whatever, it's all natural. It's like we're in the same room together. So, like I said, Koala is dope. It's very affordable. Get you a Splice account, buy some samples online, get a DAW on your computer, make some samples. I'm gonna show y'all soon in a video how to simply make samples for yourself, and just keep it simple and be creative, man. No envy beats. Verde Dream.